Yes, sir. How may I be of assistance?
Why are the French so rich and the English so poor?
It may have to do with the newest seige technology. They have invented something called the catapult.
What's this blasphemy?
We have video footage of them launching a cow for a long distance.
Fetch me my inventor.
I shall.
Now this is your last chance.
I've been more than reasonable.
Fetch la vache.
Quoi? Fetch la vache.
If you do not agree to my commands, then I shall...
Jesus Christ!
Right.
Inventor, please come in.
Hello, Your Honor. From our evidence of this video that we have, we determined that there was an 80-degree angle. We are then able to calculate the speed needed for your vertical speed and your horizontal speed using sine theta times your hypotenuse, which we got a vertical velocity of 29.5 meters per second and a horizontal velocity of 5 meters per second. After we have calculated the velocity, we are able to calculate the time up. Calculating the time up is done by the average over A. We get a time up of 3.0 seconds. Once we have calculated that, we can calculate the distance up and the distance down. The distance up is calculated by d equals bt. So when we do d equals b times t, we get 44.3 meters. Then we just have to add 30 meters to that by the structure of the castle to get our distance down, which is a total of 74.3 meters. Once we have been able to calculate our different distances, we can calculate our time down. Our time down is done by the square root of 2d over a, which in the end it gives us a time of 3.9 seconds. We add the time up and the time down together to get our total time, which gives us 6.9 seconds. Continuing on with that, we can calculate the range. The range is calculated by VH times T. So we take VH, which was 5 meters per second, times 6.9 seconds, and it gives us 34.5 meters. Continuing on to make this an even better catapult, we can then calculate the EP. Calculating the EP is done by multiplying m times g times h. We get a total of EP of 2.7 times 10 to the 5 joules. Then, with that number, we can calculate the K. We take EP equals 1/2 kx squared, which, by manipulation, we get 2 EP divided by x squared, which will give us our K value. And our K value ends up being 5.4 times 10 to the 3 newtons per meter. Once we have been able to calculate that, we must calculate our acceleration. Our acceleration is calculated by using ma equals kx. We manipulate the variables to make it kx over m equals a. We get an acceleration of 88 meters per second squared. Continuing on with that, we are able to calculate the velocity. We calculate the velocity using EP equals bk, which in other words is 1/2 kx squared equals 1/2 mv squared. We cancel out the 1/2s, we manipulate the variable, which makes it kx squared over m square rooted, and that will give us our v value. Our v value returns to what our given value was in our evidence, which is 30 meters per second. And this is how you get a successful catapult and the latest technology in warfare.
This new weapon is a major breakthrough in warfare technology. It could be used for many unethical reasons, like destroying a village in minutes. We have to get a hold of this technology, get it out of the hands of the French, and we'll be the most powerful kingdom ever.
Get me the secret weapon!
I am Arthur, King of the Britons! Surrender your castle or prepare to die!
Ah, like you British cow who take our castle, we have a catapult! Cause we are friends, and you're not friends, you are British!
Release the cats!
Oh, we surrender! We surrender!
Thank you.